Cancel culture. You know, the philosophy or the belief that if someone does something outside of what you think is necessary or right, that they should be canceled, removed from whatever platform that they have because you said so. But if we break that down further, cancel culture in many ways is a massive form of bullying, and it doesn't work. You push somebody who has been wrong in some way, no one's doubting that, but you push them into a level of shame, and hurt for hurt does not heal. When you want to really change life or change what's happening in the world around you, then we have to think about the concept of repair and reconciliation. If I surround myself with people who only believe what I believe, first of all, that will make my beliefs very narrow, very rigid, and very deep, without insight, without understanding, which is part of the problem in the first place, is that we spend so much time solely aligned with people who look like us, who think like us, who act like us, that it doesn't give us an opportunity to even know what we believe. Cancel culture creates fake people. The next wave of what's happening, we're all trying to sign on the dotted line just to make sure we stay on the right side of culture, but culture will always change. So that's why, one, at the end of the day, you have to know who you are and what you believe and why. If you depend on culture to give you your value, then you're also giving them the power to take it away. So when it comes to whether or not someone would decide to say, cancel me, have at it. Because for all the people that will attempt to cancel me, other people will be attracted to who I am, what I believe, and what I stand for. Now, believe it or not, this isn't personal. There's some new waves happening all around the world, but in particular, there's one happening within the community of eating. I get the question all the time, what do you believe about how people should eat as an eating disorder professional, as a Black woman, as a womanist, as a feminist, as a Christian, as a this, as a that? But at the end of the day, I stand for people. That is the platform. People who, like myself, are working to become better, who are working to reconcile themselves, their lives, and perhaps at times their relationship with God. I stand for repair and reconciliation, which has to come through courageous and uncomfortable conversations like the one you and I are kind of having right now. My daddy calls people who rub you the wrong way sandpaper. And I remember the moments that I would go, wow, when does it stop? And he would say, if you're lucky, never. Because you always want somebody rubbing up against you just enough to make sure that you're firm, that you're not faltering and becoming small and worn down, and they keep you effective. They make sure that you maintain a strong and solid heart. That is what I will always stand for, because who gets to decide who's judge? What makes what you believe, or even what I believe, any more dominant when it comes to someone's body? You don't know what they stand for. You have no idea what they've been through. And then here's the other thing that we all have to acknowledge. Everybody's poop stinks. We all have some part of us that kind of sucks and isn't good and needs to get better. So I will never take one chapter of a person's story and allow that to write their entire book. That would eliminate hope. So when I come across people from a personal or professional level that I feel like, wow, I'm surprised at who you are. You're not what I thought. The only thing that I might cancel is my level of closeness with that person. So I learn to renegotiate, to rebalance, to recalibrate where I've placed them in my life. But I also don't give anyone that much power, so people don't disappoint me all that much, because I know at the end of the day, they're just people. So I eat the meat and I leave the bones. I look at the value in what they are trying to do, and I look at where I need to navigate and create change around me or around our community so that we can continue to grow. Because here's the thing. When we head into the echelon of cancel culture and you're on this side and I'm on that side, we lose focus. We lose focus of the fight. We lose focus on what we are really working to do, which again is help the people, is to love people, is to bring people into a place of hope and healing. And that will always be the platform that I stand on. I want to leave you with one final thought. For those who enjoy going around and say, if you don't do this, and if you don't say this, and if you don't put a letter here, I know where you stand. Do you really? Because I know a lot of people that write phenomenal letters that are pure performative empathy. Trace back. This isn't the first time we've been around this rodeo, and I know a lot of people who wrote and posted beautiful things on their wall, and guess what? They are nowhere to be seen in any arena. So instead of focusing on what people say, how about we focus on what they do? Because at the end of the day, character will always outweigh conversation.